Now look at this. Look at this. You know, another major mass shooting just happened in the last few hours in Maine. Guy who was recently committed to an mental institution and got out went to his hometown in Maine and the next town over, shot over 70 people, killing 22, 50 plus injured. Mental patient with shocking an assault rifle that I'm sure he obtained legally. But don't worry, don't fret. I'm sure the entire Republican Party is ready to deploy thoughts and prayers at a moment's notice. Will they offer any kind of common sense gun reform? No. But they'll thoughts and prayers the living shit out of you. So don't worry, Maine people. The Republicans are coming with their thoughts and prayers. Nothing else but thoughts and prayers. But what if I'm an atheist? Well, we'll just shove your prayers down your throat the way we shove our prayers down everybody else's throat anyway, because we forget that there's a separation of church and state. But that's another subject. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm outraged. I'm incensed. I'm sick of this. Do I have anything against guns or gun owners? No, not at all. I'm a veteran. I've fired guns. I've owned guns. But assault-style rifles, AR-15s and whatnot, they don't belong in the hands of civilians. And this guy was former military, but he's not military anymore, which means he doesn't have the right, or shouldn't. He does legally have the right, but he shouldn't have the right to have his hands on those weapons. Plus, he's a recent mental patient. And that's what the Republicans will blame it on. Well, he's a mental patient. It's not the guns. It's his mentality. No, it's the fucking guns, kids. It's the guns. It's always the guns. Why? Because mental patients like this asshole are able to easily get their hands on those guns. Because our Republican Party, the bunch of fucking pussies that they are, refuse to pull their lips from the teat of the NRA and fucking do something to save American lives. These lives could have easily been saved had this asshole not been able to get his hands on an AR-15. I know, shocking concept, but wow, it's true. Because in 1994, we passed an assault weapons ban. It only had a 10-year shelf life, which I don't understand at all. That should have been a permanent ban. But anyway, 1994, assault weapons ban put in place. Mass shootings go down by more than half. And nobody killed with automatic weapons in that time. 2004, W, genius that he was, let the assault weapons ban expire. He could have extended it, should have extended it, should have made it permanent. But no, he let it expire. Since then, mass shootings have went up over 300%. It's facts. Look it up. Google it. It's facts. Thoughts and prayers don't mean shit against facts. How many thousands more American lives do we get to watch on TV getting read off as victims of these shootings because one of our major political parties doesn't have the nards to do what's needed to protect their constituents? Susan Collins, I'm looking at you. You're the Republican senator from this state, Maine. You have voted against every common sense gun reform that has been put in front of you. You voted it down. And now you have 70 plus people with bullet wounds, 22 fatal. Because you don't act to protect your constituents. That goes for every fucking Republican in the House and the Senate. These are lives. Yeah, I know the NRA gives you millions of dollars, but you're not put in office to earn millions of dollars from PACs and lobbyists and special interests like the NRA. You're put in office to make lives better for your constituents. So I ask you, and in this case, Susan Collins, because this is her state today, what have you done to make the citizens of Maine, your state, safer from gun violence? What have you done? I'll answer for you. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Jack shit. That's what you've done. And now you have dozens of people victimized by this mass shooter today. We've had more mass shootings in this country this year than we've had calendar days. And this is what happens when you have a country that has more guns than people in it. You don't need all the guns. Pistol, shotgun to protect your home? Perfect. Hunting rifle to actually hunt? Perfect. No problem. Own all you want. Assault rifles? Nobody outside the military or law enforcement needs to have their hands on those weapons, nor have easily, and apparently with Mr. Mental Patient here, too easily have access to these weapons. I fired these weapons when I was in the Army. I've seen what these weapons do. They don't belong in the hand of civilians. They don't. They're weapons of war. Currently, there's not a war going on American soil. There are no enemy combatants roaming our streets. And in this case, a fucking recreation center where people will try to play basketball and go swimming. Just to get shot for no good reason. No good reason. These weapons are for war and nothing else. You don't need it to protect your home. More than likely, you open up with an automatic weapon in your house against an intruder, you're going to shoot through your house and kill one of your neighbors. That's not hyperbole, that's fact. If you need an AR-15 to hunt, say deer, then you're a shitty fucking hunter and you need a new hobby. Period. You don't need those weapons. Not in your hands. Because we have shown hundreds of times this year alone that easy access to these weapons by the general public does nothing but get people killed. That's all there is to it. Do something, Republicans. Nut up or get the fuck out of office and make way for somebody who will do something to protect American citizens. Because that's your job, and you're not doing it. You know, I'm sure by tomorrow you'll be saying, don't politicize this, and Hunter Biden's laptop, to distract from what happened today. And of course, all the thoughts and prayers. But in the meantime, people are dying. And their blood is on your hands, GOP. Your hands. Nobody else.